Hey YouTube, this is Eric from Thump'em Fishing, and it's Tuesday, October 19th, and I am super excited. And the reason I'm super excited is we're getting ready to take off and head to Cape Cod. We're going out fishing for bluefin tuna. The even more exciting thing is right now, they're keyed on very small fish, butterfish, which are like 3 inches long. They look like a smashed shad or a flounder that's actually swimming like a normal fish. And we're catching them on topwater. So that's kind of the tuna fisherman's dream. I'm going to be taking my entire arsenal, but I'm going to be heavily weighted for a popping rod. So what I have here is my Yamaha Blanks Blackie 8110. I've got a Shimano 18K Stella on it. The other popping rod I have, which is just a little bit heavier, there's a little bit heavier lures, is a Scene It Gulf of Mexico Special with the 20K Stella. And the last one is a Carpenter Endless Passion, also with a 20K Stella. All three Stellas are spooled with 50-pound thread lock. And the reason I chose that is it's a very, very thin diameter line, but it has an 80-pound breaking strength. And I could put 600 yards of line on a Stella. So hopefully if I manage to hook one of those big giant tuna, it won't spool me before he can move the boat and be able to get close to it and try and catch it. There is still a jig bite going on, so I did bring my conventional rod with my Scene It and Daiwa reel, my spinning rod with my Scene It and Daiwa reel, as well as my conventional rod with my OSHA jigger. This also has thread lock 50, so it's got another 600 yard capacity there. The interesting thing right now, like I said, is the bluefin tuna are really keying off a butterfish. And I didn't know what a butterfish was, but this is a lure that best represents, or one of the lures that best represents what a butterfish is. Again, the butterfish actually has more of a fatter silhouette, so more like a flat fall jig than this lure. But this lure is a strategic angler Proteus 100 in the butterfish color. I've also got a couple more of those lures to represent butterfish, and then another lure that some folks recommended was just an Acme Kastmaster 3 ounce with an upgraded treble hook and an upgraded split rings. So we've got these lures that we can throw. Obviously the Kastmaster isn't going to be topwater, but I do have some bigger and more traditional topwater lures such as the Smith Run Bow. Another lure that was very successful on a recent trip from Striker Tackle was actually the Pelagius 90. So as you can see, it's a very, very small lure. So this is a Jackfin lure, and the interesting thing is when you look at this, it looks like a small bass lure, but as you can see, it's got the heavy through wire, it's got the heavy wire here, and I've got it ringed with a 5.0 owner hook. So this can actually catch a bluefin tuna, and that's what it's designed for. I'm also using the Orca Walker, which Benny from 360 Tackle recommended. This has been a good all-around topwater lure for him, and it's got the small silhouette and the right color to imitate a butterfish. This compares to a Halco Max 130, so this is what you see me throwing in the Gulf of Mexico all the time. So as you can see, the Halco is a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier than the Strategic Angler. So I should be able to throw these with ease, but probably won't be able to get the casting distance that I do with the Halco. The other thing that I will try, although they're not super popular in the Cape, is throwing a small popper. So this is a small Striker Tackle popper in the chrome and white. So it also kind of looks like a butterfish, so we'll give that a shot. And I'm also going to try a flat fall jig. So again, just trying to find things that duplicate the butterfish from a silhouette, from a size, from a color and flash standpoint. Two other traditional lures that have been doing really well in that area are, number one, the Hogy Paddletail. So this is a 5.5 inch with 5 ounce lure. You'll notice that it has that big heavy duty hook that you need to catch bluefin. And another kind of traditional lure from up that way is the Ron Z. So I've got this in the silver, but they've also been catching them on white and green. So I have those as well. Haven't heard a lot about jig action, but I am bringing some of the local favorites. So I've got the Point Jude Deep 4s. I've got the Hooker 7Cs. I've got some of the salty water jigs like the Shab Sab, the Wit, and I think the other one's a Shout. And then the most interesting thing of all is that traditionally when I go bluefin fishing, we've always used 150 to 200 pound leader, but right now they're catching them on 60 pound leader, throwing these really light lures. So we're gonna have to downsize. I've got some 60 and I've got some 80 pound wind-ons, as well as a couple of 100 twisty leaders for poppers. So we're gonna give those a shot and see how we can do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this gives you a little bit of insight into what's going on right now on the Cape with the bluefin tuna fishing. And I hope you stay tuned because we'll be shooting videos Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and hopefully we'll catch some fish. So peace.